Season 9, Episode 4, you're refurbishing the Black Widow. In one scene, Nub is asked to paint over the OCC logo and replace it with PJD's new logo. And they're wondering if you regret that now.
You know, I do. At the time, I wasn't as, conscious of historical things. And I was also trying to distance myself from OCC at the time because we had just, for all intensive purposes, broke up.
Yeah.
And, I just got the Black Widow back and it needed a little freshening. And so I did change it. And I remember in that episode, Nub said he didn't agree with it. And I was like, dude, mind your own damn business. And then, so I was like a little annoyed, like, whatever. But he was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, because now look around, right? I collect all these historical items going back, some of it 100 years. And I just feel like it would have been better to keep the original everything.
Yeah.
But it also came back to me at a time where things were weird, and I only got the one bike back.
Out of everything.
My father got the other 100 bikes, right? So I was trying to not only refurbish it or just spruce it up a little bit, but also kind of just get away from the OCC logo and be like, I'm looking at the fender right here. It looks great. I just think it would have been better for, posterity? Is that the right term?
I feel like at the time you were trying to obviously distance yourself, but you were also trying to establish yourself. I mean, it was only maybe a year or so into.
Right. We were building bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
At the time, I don't know if I had a real opinion about it. It seemed like a very personal decision to you,
Yeah.
But I could see in hindsight how maybe you would have liked to have kept it, we have the Yankees bike over here that you and your father built together, and we have both logos on it.
We do, but this thing's so much better than it was the first time, in my opinion. I mean, I know it was like weird what happened to it, but look how good it looks now. It's a totally different bike in a good way.
Yeah.
So in that case, that needed to be done.
Right.
Really, the Black Widow didn't need to be changed. Now, it doesn't really matter because it's my overall design, and I could pretty much do what I want with it. And it's not like someone else did it. I did it.
Yeah.
That's my, if I have one bike that represents me, it's probably the Black Widow. So I think that I had a lot of license to do it, but in hindsight, just for historical sake, I probably, at this stage of my life, would have left it alone. But I didn't really have a sense of that at the time.
Yeah.
So I guess the short answer is, yes, I do regret it, but I'm not losing sleep over it. I think if I had it to do over again, I'd keep it the way it was and just maybe freshen it up, maybe a fresh clear coat, buff it out, that kind of thing. But that's about it. So I'm not losing sleep over it. It still looks spectacular, and it's got my logo on it. Again, timing was a big thing then. There was so much pressure going on. There were so many variables. It was a tough time. And I was really trying to make my own way.
Yeah.
You got to remember, all those years of starting the company with my father, creating the OCC logo, and then I'm forced, not really forced, but I felt like I needed to, take the very logo I created because it was no longer mine off the bike and put the new logo on to kind of, I think, establish myself more than anything.
And to represent yourself.
To represent myself, I wasn't going to be driving that thing around with the OCC logo on it when
it was no longer you.
It was no longer me, So that's my long, short answer.
Okay, so another question was Rachel's family a fan of the show?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like when they aired... definitely, my mother would stay up and watch it. We'd all watch, making sure that everything was
Oh, you mean when we were together?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I would assume so.
Well, so when we did, and I think this is on the show, when we unveiled the New York Jets bike and we drove it out on the field,
right?
Your brother,
yes,
your father, and your grandfather were at that game.
Yes.
So they saw us ride out on the field.
Yeah.
Now that was a long time.
That was a long time
met.
ago. That was way before we met. Yes.
That was way before we met. That was probably
Well, my grandfather, my father, and my brother all had season tickets.
right.
Jets.
So they were there when we went out on the field, and I forget what bikes, but I know we had the Jets bike. We were like unveiling the New York Jets bike. The stadium was going
Didn't you burn
insane.
the turf?
Yeah, the Jets exhaust kind of faces down, and just from idling parked, it melted a spot in the turf. They were not happy about that.
I bet.
Yeah, was probably an expensive problem
I
for
could
them.
probably blame that loss on you then that day.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they lost.
Well, no, they always lose.
I know.
They're the Jets, you know.
Man.
I know it's terrible, but true. So I think from that perspective, and then of course once we got together, I'm sure everybody was more hyper focused on the show because it's an interesting thing, know. And your mom's always been like a warrior for
Oh
me.
my
She's
gosh.
always looking to choke someone out
I
if
know.
they have any
She's
problems.
so protective.
So yeah, I think the family definitely supported it,
Okay, so another question that we had was, why did you go from a long chopper to more of a shorter wheelbase bike?
I wouldn't say it was shorter wheelbase. I think the way you would describe the styles, and it is dramatically different. The chopper, like the Black Widow, is like a big upstretch, and then long forks, The Pro Street, which is what I would call the style in what it is a lower bike. Could be as long, not usually, but...
Like MLB. Yeah.
Yeah, like MLB is a long bike, but it's like low to the ground, really curvy. I had really got into that style heavily when I started building bikes for myself because I just felt like the lines are so much nicer.
Right.
Choppers are specific, and they're a little bit, I don't know, the Black Widow's spectacular, but a lot of choppers are a little bit much. Where these Pro Streets, they're nice and low. The tank hugs the motor, the long stretch curvy tank. We were doing the frames like that, real low, like sometimes under stock height. And then you got that real tight front end with a real tall tire. And I was doing 20-inch wheels that are fat. So now the tire heights are getting better and bigger.
Right.
So when I started building bikes, the 26-inch front wheel was like I used constantly.
Yeah.
And that was a perfect size because you could do a lot with that real estate. And the same thing with the rear wheel, a 20-inch rear wheel is like the biggest rear. They don't even make that wheel anymore.
Right.
So they just have an 18, which basically is the height of the rim. And the taller the rim, the more space, the more you could do with.
I feel like you started using like a fatter rear tire as well in some of the builds, right?
We did. We were like 240, 250. Actually, it was a 2280 that I used. So it was bigger than a 240 or a 250, which is a lot of I think what's on the Black Widow is like a 240 or 220. And that's just millimeters wide. So it was a 2280, like the MLB bike's got a 2280. And if you look at it, the way the seat drops down and because that tire's so tall, it adds so much curve to the bike. And it's much more attractive to the eye. And the same thing with Build Off too. And you can really see the difference. Like the Yankees bike looks great, but it's not as sexy. It doesn't have as much curb appeal, in my opinion. At least the lines of it.
Right. Yeah, from a distance.
Yeah.
The overall look.
Yeah, and I gravitate towards that in my head. I just want it to be like slick and really attractive looking, if that makes any sense. And I think that's good branding because a lot of people like that look, That's my short answer. Although I will say, I do feel like, I don't know, man, choppers I think could make a comeback. And I love choppers. And really, if you're going to build like a basic chopper, it's a super simple bike.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what's fun about it. And there is something unique about riding a chopper compared to a Pro Street. It's a totally different experience, I mean, with a chopper, when that wheel's all the way out in front of you, there's something fun about it. It just feels like Wild West, So... But again, aesthetically, if it's sitting there like MLB, I mean, look at that thing. If that was a chopper, it wouldn't be half as good.
Right. I feel like it fits the branding.
It fits the branding.
Yeah.
Now if you were to come to me and say, here's what we are. And the chopper was more in step, especially if you said, oh, we like the Black Widow. Because remember, when I'm building for customers, I'm kind of listening to what they have to say.
Yep.
So some customers, even like we did Sean Down's bike.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. UPCIC.
UPCIC, right? Universal Casualty.
Property Casualty.
Property and Casualty.
Insurance company.
Insurance company.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I should get that right.
Yes.
Anyways, he liked a certain style.
Yes.
He got a chopper.
He wanted a chopper,
and we
yeah.
did that. We did that sides of the tank with the spacers and gave that real like ghosty look to it. It was a pretty killer bike.
That was a great bike.
So, it really has a lot to do with application too.
Mm-hmm.
But like if I have the choice, I'm almost always going to go Pro Street with this low, long look,
Yeah.
Someone said, because I was looking through the questions, like low displacement, like smaller engine bikes, would you do something with that? And I would do something with like a smaller motor or an electric motor.
That'd be fun.
And what I
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of like given the opportunity, like if that like came across your desk, you know what I mean? To do something like that would be a neat project.
agreed. Yeah, you're right. Like if we had an opportunity to do something like that, or if I had a choice and a client and I said, well, what do you think about this?
Mm-hmm.
I like the low displacement because, I don't know, it's just a smaller motor, maybe easier to hide and do some fun stuff with. It just changes parameters. But certainly electric is appealing to me. And I'm very interested in building an electric bike. And what's good about it is, when you have a gas engine that's air-cooled, that has an exhaust, that heats up, those are all things you have to contend with from a design standpoint.
Right.
You have to make sure it looks good, but it also functions well. With electric, it's like the gloves are off because as long as you could hide those batteries and get that motor in the right spot, you could do anything you want with that.
Do they make an electric motor that would work for a bike where it's
governed
correctly, like
yes,
take off
that's
and everything? It's all figured out by now.
Yeah, back when we first, I think we dabbled with electric back in the day, it was very new.
Yeah.
And it was like I think you had to be like a mad scientist to figure it out.
Figure it out, yeah, right.
Now there's so much available, for bicycles, for motorcycles, and it's really for motorcycles it's more about the capacity on the batteries for range and distance than anything else,
So you would have probably more real estate then because you don't have as many components? Or not really because you would need batteries?
You would need batteries. So where the engine is would be pretty much all batteries.
Right.
And then you got
the tank.
And then you got to cover them, or the tank. You can get real creative with it, I think. Maybe build the frame around the batteries so you don't have a traditional look. But that's what's fun about it. It kind of opens up some doors that you can't do with a combustion engine, creatively. That's what I like about it. And I was talking with this company more recently, and I have to take a ride to their shop in Jersey. They build electric cars, and then we also met that other company in Florida, and they build the electric motorcycle. So I could even see maybe partnering with a company that builds electric motorcycles. I do the design, and I have ideas like crazy for a design. And I would even maybe pull some ideas from some of my iconic bikes and integrate that.
Yeah, some inspiration.
I think so. And then, that's it. And then work with them because they're the experts in the drivetrain and how it all works, right? They already got that flushed out.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to figure it out from scratch.
Exactly. And then maybe even do like a production line of bikes. Not any massive amount, but maybe a limited run or something.
I feel like electric bicycles have taken off so much. It's so crazy to see all the kids riding around on electric bikes now. No one's pedaling anymore.
No one's pedaling, man. They just give it. They're like on these little electric bicycles / motorcycles.
I know.
And they do like 30, 40 miles an hour, some of them. So when
I
you
think
think
20 and then 28, I think is like what it can go up to or something like that. Or it's supposed to be 20 or 28,
Yeah, so I mean, electric bicycles are like taking over the pedal bike big time. And we did the electric bikes here during COVID, right? With the German company.
Yep.
And that worked out great.
Yeah.
For us, that was like a fun time filler, at least,
Yeah.
And the bikes look good, and we have a couple of them still. So yeah, I love electric power. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be a fun one.
It's no replacement for the V-twin rumble down the road, but certainly I think there's a lot of value there, And think about it, no emissions. So, you could drive it inside.
I was just thinking that too,
like, you
even
know,
for like an unveil, because sometimes that's like iffy if you can like ride the bike in or not, or if all
Right.
the liquids have to be removed from the bike if you're like inside at like a convention.
And they could pipe in the sound now too, and it's pretty
Yeah.
good. It's not cheesy.
Yeah.
You can have all kinds of like, you know.
Can you make like you could make the bike like rumble too, probably.
Probably with a little rattle box in there or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Why not? You know, that's the fun part. I think it's a very untouched market, especially in the custom world. You know, no one's even really building custom motorcycles anymore. Very few people
Yeah.
are. So in that area, there's not a lot out there. So it'd be fun to work with it. You know, someone was asking about my beard. They were saying how gray it was.
Yes.
And, you know, I don't know. Do you like my beard?
I like your beard.
Do you?
I never want you to shave it.
I know you hate when I shave it.
I know.
I think you think I look weird.
I don't
I've
think
had this for how long?
a while now. Yes.
Like over a decade.
I'll tell you what though, your beard was really dark. I feel like the one time you shaved it, when it grew back, it was gray.
I thought
Remember
so
that?
too, man. Yes. I feel like anytime I shave clean, which is never, it seems to get grayer. Now they say that's not true, but I feel like it happened to me. And now
I do remember that happening, but
And now if I grow it out, dude, I'm looking real gray.
yeah.
Like it was salt and pepper, and now it's just salt.
I like your beard.
Very little pepper. Yeah, I like it. I think it's fun. It's easy.
Yeah.
I used to shave all the time. I used to have that. We were watching
Chin strap.
Yeah, a little chin strap with a little.
You used to do
it
all
was
sorts
a whole
of stuff.
thing, man.
My gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what I was thinking. That was a lot of work.
That was a lot of work.
I had to shave all the time.
Yeah.
And then keep that little thing. I did it myself. I had like a half a razor. I was like getting in here, you know. I don't know. I guess I was
You should
trying.
do it
I
one
was
time
trying
just for
harder
the heck
back
of it.
then. Huh?
You should do it one time again.
No.
No. You're over it?
Maybe I'll dye the beard though, so
Yeah,
it looks
then you
like
need
it
a red
used
hat.
to. Yeah. What was that commercial? Your beard is weird, man.
Yeah.
Remember that for Just for Men?
No.
You know, the beard dye. It was
Yeah.
a couple football players.
Oh.
Yeah, a basketball player and a football player. I forget who they were. But anyway, yeah, I like the beard, man. I don't know. It's my son likes it. Even when I cut it too short, I get looks. Like, why do you got to show us your face, Dad?
You can't win with
I
that battle.
can't win with that battle, man.
No.
Nope.
Another question that we have is, what is your best advice for someone who's looking to build their own brand?
I would say start with a good logo.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yes, because me and Rachel are very logo conscious. There are a lot of logos out there. Most of them are not that good. They really aren't. That's my opinion. I see logos all the time.
Tell us
like,
what you really
why?
think.
I will always tell you what I think about your logo. I did with Nate.
I know.
So I think it's very important to start with a very good logo.
Yeah, I think you can build from there, kind of like have that be your nucleus to your brand. Like if you know what you're doing, you know, like
Right.
your brand direction.
We're good at logos.
We like to do logos. Yeah.
Because you're good at like getting them drawn out, and I'm good at figuring out the ideas in collaboration with your ideas. And I feel like we come together and come up with some really good stuff. But most people aren't like that. And now there's like logo generators, which
Oh, is there?
I'm sure sometimes they hit the bullseye, but they're not.
I feel like we've done a lot of logos for people.
You know what it is? They're not intelligent enough. They'll do a logo. Oh, that's crafty. But what I think is important about a logo, and I think you would agree with this,
I know what you're going to say.
is the second read. When it reads a second time, that's a more
something
interesting
clever
thing.
about it, something that, you know, maybe you don't see at first.
Yeah, my first logo ever was 25 years ago, the OCC logo. I never even thought about a logo.
Yeah.
We started that company, named it Orange County Choppers, and I had the OCC letters, and I did the bike. Drew it. I got the original drawing right on my
Yep.
mother's counter at her house. And ever since then, I said, oh, this is something I kind of like. And
Yeah.
again, it's the letters in the shape of a motorcycle. And then when it was time to do my logo, well, you came up with the, I think we talked about a crown, and then you came up with the JR crown, which is a really good, strong logo, which is also pretty square.
Yeah.
Like logos that are square are good.
I feel like the crown is the base, but we always surround it with something, whether it be the shield or the wings or, you know,
we
but that's like
we
the
usually show it
core.
like this. Yeah, right. The logo itself could be kind of trapped by other things. But, and I say square, I mean dimensionally
Yeah,
similar.
right.
So when you use it in print or T-shirts or like it's on your hat right now, in my hat, right? See how it works? It works well.
Does mine have the
Yeah, yours has the shield around
yours
it,
too.
which I like. I don't really like it by itself. I like it accompanied with the
with
shield.
something else? Yeah.
That's really important because you have to think if your logo's this long and this high, you can't use it on anything.
Right.
If there's a lot of words or, whatever.
I think
so,
if you're going to choose one, height over width or width over height, you know what I mean? I think it should be wider than tall because tall is a little harder to utilize. Don't you feel like that?
yeah, I do. I think you're right. Tall is harder to utilize on everything, paper and all of it, but I think it should be kind of more evenly dimensional,
Yeah.
And it should be able to stand alone without verbiage aesthetically.
Right.
Not that you should run it that way,
Right.
but you could run it that way just as a nice design.
Right.
I think that's big because you got to think about merch. You're going to wear your shirt. Your shirt's going to have your logo. I mean, if you're going to
Represent yourself, yeah, with that logo.
right, you want to wear your brand, right? And so I think it should be something that people like it when they see it. Like the logo, like this logo is very appealing and it is very versatile. So that's another thing. That logo could be on anything: car, airplane, toys, whatever. It's just very versatile.
Right.
OCC logo is the same way. So I think versatility in a logo is important too, especially if you're doing multiple things.
Right.
And also the logo should speak to what it is that you are being an entrepreneur for. So whatever that might be, then it should kind of wink at, if you're a construction company, if you're a bricklayer, if you're a, roofer or whatever, iron worker, it should wink at that. Like I designed my brother Danny's logo.
Right.
Now he's got a massive steel business and he had some company come in and do like the overhaul, right?
Yeah.
And then I didn't really like the logo they did for him. So like overnight started drawing, I came up with the concept and by the next day I had his logo and now it's on everything and it looks fantastic. And it's Orange County Ironworks. So it's O-C and then the I-beam in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like they're locked into the I-beam and it's an I-beam because the web is curved in it. And it's perfect for them. You know what I mean? So I would say that to me is like, if you're going to get into business, then you got to have a logo first.
Okay, so we have another question here. What is the current car collection?
Yeah, so what do we have now?
We have my car that
Yep.
I love.
Which is?
A 55 Sunbeam Alpine.
Yeah, fantastic car. British car. Not a very big engine, a little 4-cylinder engine, but super fun to drive.
Yeah.
A true topless car, like a roadster.
Well, it has a top.
But it's considered topless because it's got no windows.
Oh, okay.
So if you have no roll-up windows, it's considered a roadster.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what your car is. You have those inserts, but that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have a top, but it's not really, it's there like if you need it, but it's not really meant to be used.
We never put it up.
Yeah, it's like an emergency only type thing. Yeah, that's a great car. What a great color. I've had a lot of cars through the years, and that car I think is one of my favorite cars to drive. It's simple. People love it. It's gorgeous, especially out in the sun. It's this powder blue with like a tan interior. And that's a good one. I have the 1914 Cadillac Speedster.
Yeah.
Which is pretty killer, which I should really bring that here because it would look good
That'd
in the
be fun.
showroom.
That one's a fun one to ride in because it's opposite. Driver's side is on the right.
That's
So
right.
when you're in the passenger seat and you're going down the road and cars are whizzing past you, it's a little sketch.
It's sketchy for any passenger because you do feel like you're in the wrong lane, going the wrong way, you know. And then I have the Camaro that we built on the show, and that thing is got no miles on it, and is fast.
Yeah.
I mean that's a fast car. We supercharged it and everything, added all those aluminum plates, flat black. That thing's fantastic. And then we have my first Mercedes.
Oh yes,
2006.
Yes.
What is it?
It is
SL55 AMG with a Rentec kit.
Yes, that's fast.
650
that's
horse.
Scary fast.
Today's standards is 1,200 horses fast, but that car is it is a lightning bolt, man. It is nice, and that's got the hard top convertible, which is fun, and it's only got 40,000 miles on it, which is nice, And then what else? I think that's really it. I mean, I've had so many cars through the years, bought and sold.
What else do we have? I feel like there's more.
No, because I sold the Woody wagon.
Yeah, we did just get
I
rid
had
of
like
that.
a 46
yeah.
Woody 46 Woody Mercury wagon, which was a pretty cool car. But it needed a lot of work, and I just wasn't getting to it.
I
So,
know. It just sat for years.
right. It has a good home now.
Yeah.
That's it. But I've had great cars. I had a 67 Mustang
There's a
Fastback.
thing floating around out there somewhere.
Oh, yeah, our thing. We did get a thing.
Yeah.
The Volkswagen thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's at Joe's, the powder coaters.
It is.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we own a thing.
A thing.
We thought that'd be a fun island car.
Yeah.
But we really haven't gotten there yet with it.
No. Everything's still up, and we should bring one of the cars down here.
We should bring your car, I think.
Yeah.
Because then we could drive it all summer. That would be super
We leave it
fun.
inside, though.
Then I had a Ford GT. I bought brand new in 2005. That was pretty fantastic.
Oh, boy.
I wish I would have kept that car.
Yeah.
That one was the heartbreaker. You know,
Yeah.
that was a cool car.
That was.
And a lot of Hudsons, a lot of rare cars. I've had so many boat tails and everything else, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to collect cars like I do signs now.
Oh, my gosh. Until we ran out of room.
We ran out of room. And then they were just like, cards are a lot, man.
They are. Especially when you have like a collection of them and you're not driving them all the time, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, they're old. All the ones I had were from the 30s, which I just gravitated towards that Art Deco styling on everything.
Yep.
So I didn't have many muscle cars, which are more modern and easier to take care of.
Yeah.
The 30s cars are antiquated with, you know, sometimes
They're a lot of upkeep for sure.
they're a lot of
They're
upkeep.
fun to drive, but, you know.
They are fun to drive, but they're antiquated, you know, and they don't go that fast, and they can't get out of their own way, and they smell like gas, and the batteries are always dead on them. Quite often they're 6-volt. And then over time, I'm glad I just collect signs more.
Yeah.
I like having a few cars, but not like that. It's an upkeep, you know. It's something you always got to keep up with. And but I'm always looking at them. I always look at those 30s cars and
I
see
know.
what's out there. And they've come down in price quite a bit.
Have they?
Yeah, I just saw a 37 gram. It was a 4-door, but it's a real rare car. It's supercharged. They want like 13 grand for it, and they probably
Really?
take less. Yeah, man.
Wow.
And it's a good looking car and very rare.
Yeah.
But you never see them, so you never know. You know, you've never stood next to one, but
Right.
they're a handsome car. Yeah, 37 grams supercharged, but that would be better in like a coupe configuration. I don't even know if they made it in a coupe, but if they did, it'd be better.
How is it right now? If it's not
It's a
coupe?
4-door.
Oh, 4-door.
Yeah, it's
okay.
a big 4-door with a big bumped out trunk. But
is that the one that you showed me the other day?
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
Video of
the
it.
blue one. Yep. I just saw a Curtis trailer. You know, I know we had that aluminum trailer here, but I just saw a Curtis 1946 Curtis trailer. You know, aluminum like an Airstream.
Oh, yeah.
And that car was, I mean, that thing's cool, and that was cheap too. It's still available.
We need to find
3,500.
a Hudson truck.
I know, we do.
We have 6 years to find one.
We did go and look at one, but
I
that was
know.
like a whole thing.
It was.